Hi everyone, my name is Vicky and I have decided that it's time, since I seem to be able to make this camera work now and record, that I get some video out there onto YouTube, because I've been so excited by all of the videos that I've had the pleasure of watching that talk about raw food and converting and transitioning to a raw food lifestyle, and that have been posted by people who have lived a raw food lifestyle for a long time, that I knew that I have to get in on this, because in the last month I have found that my life has changed in ways that I never could have imagined possible. I made a decision in November of 2009 that I was going to make an effort to become a raw foodist. And to be honest with you, the piece that really made it click for me was a silly little interview, if you can believe it, that Jason Mraz gave to the BBC television, in which he brought some avocado from, I thought it was from his farm in California, but wherever it was from, he showed the host and hostess of the interview that it was possible to eat raw food and eat well. And because I have always loved food and continue to love food, knowing that it was possible to enjoy what I was eating and have great health as a result was just too tempting for me to pass up. In fact, that's funny that I should say that, because one of the things I've always believed is that temptation is one of the only things I can never resist, just like Oscar Wilde. So anyways, here I am a month later, and despite the fact that I still have a lot of weight to lose, I am feeling fabulous. And to Raw Dog Rory's mom, I think you are absolutely amazing. I have come onto YouTube every morning to see whether I can get more information about how you're doing, because you have been such an inspiration to me. I think no matter what our age is, no matter what we weigh, no matter what medical history we have or issues that we're dealing with, when we make an effort to make a change, it can only be good. And it's not easy. I have, since I was put on my first diet when I was 6 months old, if you can imagine, so this has been my life struggle. And I'll go into more detail about that in time if there's interest, but at the same time, right now, I'm feeling fabulous, and I think that's the whole point. And I can see, Raw Dog Mom, that you look fabulous, and just the way that you move, the way that you express yourself with your family, it's fabulous. It's just a pleasure to see. And so my biggest hugs and warm wishes and continued support to you. As I said, I'm feeling great, so I'm going to keep going with this, even though it's winter and people wonder, how can you do it in Canada when it's so cold and you have to eat raw food? And I'll tell you, you can do it. Not only do I live in Canada where it's very cold, but I live in a very small rural agricultural community, and even just trying to get organic food at times can be very difficult. And there are some things that we have to say to ourselves, well, you know, do I want to go for the non-organic apples, or well, I can usually get apples, but do I want to go for the non-organic oranges to put in my smoothie in the morning, or do I want to go for that fast food takeout meal that is going to do nothing for me and just continue to be problems? So I've had to make some decisions like that, and I think most people who live in the real world and aren't surrounded by raw food restaurants and a raw food community, it's possible. We can do it. And here I am a month later, great results. Again, if there's any interest, I'm happy to give more information to people about what's happened to me. But in the meantime, I'm still working on me. So I hope that you will come with me and share my journey to raw.